Hello, entrepreneurs, dreamers, business owners, and happy people with high hopes. Welcome to Cashflows with your host, Cash Matthews.
All right, good afternoon from Cashflows here in beautiful Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm your host today, Mr. Cash Matthews. I put the Mr. on there just to feel a little more macho. I don't feel
credibility.
That macho. Little credibility piece. Yeah, we're here with Kenneth Bauckham, and we'll introduce Bonnie here just in a few minutes. But Kenneth, how you been, man?
So far, so good. It's been a fun day.
Yeah, what you been working on?
Recording podcast with my friend Cash Matthews.
All right, that seems like a good day if you can get a day like that.
Yeah.
We're coming into the new year.
Oh, we are.
Yeah.
It's so close you can almost hear the fireworks.
Yeah. Are you going in beast mode or anything that we want to know?
2024 is going to be my year.
This is my year, man. All right.
Year.
Okay. Well,
it's fun.
Anything big you're thinking to accomplish this year?
Well, I think I'm going to try and do about 100 one-on-ones just as fast as humanly possible.
Oh, I think we're close.
We're getting close.
I think we're not just doing one-on-ones. We're videotaping.
That's
them.
right. They're recorded.
We may be the only guys in history.
It's possible
who have done that.
Well, them and the us and the NSA, but
that's
a different story.
None of their
that's
business.
something else.
So here we are today at Cashflows. We're glad you're here, and the purpose of this podcast is really to talk to people about things that are important about life, things that are going on in life and business. Today we get to talk a little bit about health, which I'm excited about, and we bring people in from the local economy that are having success, that are moving the needle, that are helping others in a big way. And we found out, Kenneth, that copying off of your neighbor, I found out in third grade it's bad, but I found out in real life it's great. And you can meet somebody that's building something and ask them, how did you build this? How did you architect this idea? And when we interview people like Bonnie, who we'll have here just in a moment, great things begin to happen. And so this is essentially a few people trying to share their toys, and we're glad everybody's here. Behind us, Fire, Aim, Ready, our company, our team motto. And a lot of people in life go and they just never pull the trigger. Ready, aim. And a lot of times they just don't pursue that goal or dream. Something holds them back. And on Cashflows, we try to talk about ways to figure out what that dream is and take a step forward. And so hopefully this will be valuable to our friends out there in the world. And officially, let me introduce my co-conspirator here on Cashflows, Mr. Kenneth Bauckham.
Why, thank you.
Yeah, how all is well. We're excited to be here.
All is well. We're super excited.
We've been working on this together for a while now.
Yes, we have.
And apparently, you have created somewhat of a fan base.
A little bit of a club.
A little bit of a club of people that are trying to, they want to get to know you.
Right.
And I get none of these letters.
And what's the deal with that, really? But
I don't know if I look
I can
angry.
let you have some of mine.
No, I just want to share them with you.
Okay.
And we had two guys send the same letter, Ernie and Ernie the second.
Okay.
Yeah, they live in Glenpool.
Yeah.
And apparently they heard your show while on a fishing boat somewhere.
Glenpool Lake.
Is there Glen?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. But anyway,
I'm not sure.
I got an email. I was actually messing around last night on my, it's the Commodore Amiga.
Ooh, upgrade.
Yeah, remember the Commodore 64? This was the upgrade to the Commodore 64.
Wow.
The difference is the Commodore 64 you could buy anywhere at any garage sale in North America.
Okay.
And the Commodore Amiga was only sold in computer stores to illustrate how serious of a computer it was. And so had the Amiga out last night. I'd received a new AOL disc in the mail, and it came with an extra 15 minutes of online time. And so I did the old dial-up, got on the AOL, got in a chat room, and Ernie 1 and Ernie 2 were in there. And they sent me this message, and I wrote it down for you. Hey, could you ask Kenneth this question for us? We're a big fan. We are first-time listeners, long-time emailers. I don't know what that means. Hey, Kenneth. Here's their question, Kenneth. Hey, Kenneth, what's a guy like you doing in a nice place like this?
I'm so glad they asked.
There you have it.
Today, I am actually on a top secret mission to find the end of the rainbow.
Whoa.
Of course, it's not a secret now because it's on the internet. But
well, now, thanks for putting that out there.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
but I can still look.
What's at the end of the rainbow? A pot of gold?
Well, that's what they say.
Okay.
But we'll find out for sure. I mean, we've had people on the show with cakes. I feel like that could be at the end of the rainbow.
Well, that could be. Well, if you
You
find
know,
a pot of gold, is that a 50-50 deal? Like, am I in on that action?
I'm thinking 60-40.
Okay, well, I think 40 is good for you.
Oh man.
All right. Well, hey, we're going to get on with the show. Kenneth, thanks for all you do for cash flows,
Hey, you're
and
welcome.
we're glad that you're here. Let's go make a difference and meet somebody that is marvelous,
Yeah.
somebody that I'm very fond of, and I'd like everybody to meet Bonnie Lyn Elizabeth Page. Bonnie, say hello.
Hello.
We're so glad you're here
Thanks for
today.
having me.
Yeah. You know, so we met at this event called the Business Owners Networking Group, and you were there very early
Yes,
when
I
we were at the
was.
original place, right?
hmm
Yeah. How did I mean? What's your take on the bong?
I absolutely love it. It's
Yeah.
so great. I've met so many people through the Bong,
Yeah.
made a lot of great collaborations. I'm continuously wanting to utilize people and their businesses, and
Right.
it's just a great place to do that.
Yeah. So I know that you and we're going to talk about some of those collaborations that you have out in the community. And
Yes.
what a great thing to do! Collaborate to build not just your business but others.
hmm
And you're the owner of Marvelous Massage,
Yes.
and our listeners, our listener,
5. We have
we have
5
5
now.
listeners now.
Yeah.
Okay, our 5 listeners can find you on Facebook at Marvelous Massage Therapy. Marvelous Massage Therapy. And that's
Cool.
Bonnie Lyn Elizabeth Page. So we're very glad you're here. This is an interesting topic for me, particularly, because you are, the right word might be healer. I mean, how would you describe yourself?
I think that word describes massage therapists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So massage therapy, you're a healer. I mean, I think is some of it just giving information to people on how to live a better life. Is some of it just information based?
Yes, definitely. I definitely like to give self-care exercises to my clients and encourage them to have self-care and practice self-care between their sessions.
And that's a phrase that's become a little more popular, self care.
Mhm. Yeah.
And
hmm
I think we're moving into this new era where we realize we're supposed to take care of ourselves.
Right.
And it's not all about the work and it's not all about the money. And some of
Yeah.
it's about, and that's one of the questions I like to ask is, about finding balance. And we'll get to those a little bit later. But I want to find out about you and how you found out about massage therapy. And I think there's two sides to it, but massage therapy as therapy
hmm
and massage therapy as a business, because those are two kind of different things. So talk to us for a minute about how you found massage therapy.
Yeah. Well, I found massage therapy when I was 8 years old. I was suffering from severe anxiety and insomnia.
Okay.
And my parents decided that they wanted to try massage therapy and see if that would help me. And it did. The woman's name was Ann Bundrick, and she's still a licensed massage therapist in the state.
Wow.
She's still working today. And she really she inspired me to have the art of presence. And I like to talk about my work as an art. I think it is an art. And the art of presence to me is truly showing up 100% for someone else's needs and attending to someone else's needs during a an amount of time. And she showed me that, and I'm really grateful for that. That she was able to show me the art of presence, of showing up for someone else and being there and holding space for them. So I really am grateful for that, having had that experience, and I'm grateful that I can share that with my clients.
So the art of presence. We live in a world of many distractions.
Mm,
If I blink right now, I'm going to grab my phone and see if anybody likes my post. You know, it- and there's a lot being talked about right now about being fully present.
mm,
And in my own business, I want to make sure I'm present for my clients, but more importantly, I want to be present, for my family. Am I saying the same thing that you're talking about?
yes, yes, I think so.
It's
hmm
so. I mean, how do you? It's so hard to run a business, and you're over here, maybe answering the phone or answering emails and doing taxes and HR, all the other things that we have to do, and remain in the present when we have a client walk into the room. Do you do anything special before a client gets there to like get into the moment?
I don't do anything particularly special right beforehand. But what I do is I practice self-care on a regular basis, and that allows me to show up for my clients when they need me. Um, so I practice meditation, I practice gratitude and manifestations. Those are really important practices to me in showing up and being able to be present for other people.
Right.
Breath work, that's something that I practice on a daily basis if I can. Um, I um, those are the types of things that I engage in.
Right. And that's for yourself, but then you
Yes,
promote that to your clients as well.
I do. I do promote that to my clients, but I also do that so that I can show up for them.
Right.
I go to the gym 4 times a week, and I do that with friends, so they hold me accountable for that.
Nice.
I've worked with Jillian. She's a
Right.
Bong member.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. And we did some training and physical training,
Right.
and she was helping me prevent injury so that, again, I can show up and be present for my clients.
Right.
So we were preventing injury to my rotator cuff, we were preventing injury to my forearms, and increasing my grip strength.
Right. You know, the people that I know that are in the industry of massage therapy, I mean, it looks to me physically demanding.
It is physically demanding.
And,
Yes.
if you spend an 8-hour day and spend, 4 90-minute sessions with people, what are the physical demands like as a massage therapist?
At the very beginning, there were a lot of icing my arms and my hands. Just a lot of just ice baths and trying to get the inflammation and swelling down.
Wow.
That lasted maybe a year, and then I acclimated. And now I'm able to know, what my max is per day. I know what I'm able to handle, and I make sure not to go over that.
Right.
That's another thing I do to make sure that I can show up for my clients.
That's a form of self-care, not overdoing
Yes,
it, right?
yes, not overdoing it, making sure that I'm mindful of my schedule and and listening to my body and what it needs.
Beautiful. I think massage therapy is one of those modalities that's becoming more and more important. I think it's always been important. I think we're just now recognizing the value of it as I don't know if the right. It's not medical care, but for to lead a healthy life.
Yes,
And
yes.
and I think there's good health and bad health, and I think a lot of people define good health as absence of disease.
Mm,
But I think things like massage therapy and nutrition move you up even higher on the scale. Good health is actually some number above zero.
yes.
So I think
Hmm.
I'm very, very interested in how medical care is being affected by people who heal people
Mm.
and like accept it and we believe it. The first time I heard about massage therapy, I'm like, what a bunch of wackadoodles. They do what? And I was born. I'm hick from the sticks. And somebody said, "Have you ever had a massage?" I'm like, "No, I've never even heard of it. What is it? How's it work?" "Oh, you go in a room and they rub on you." I'm like, "I don't know."
Wah, wah.
But after I began to learn about it, and so many times we don't know what we don't know,
Hmm.
and I think that's coming to the forefront right now as medical insurance is expensive, but self care it's just a whole lot more value in it. So
It's an investment.
yeah,
Self-care is an investment in yourself.
absolutely. So when you look for people to talk to, clients, people to help, I don't like to think about the sales side of any business because I know that in your brain, you want to find people who need your help.
Mm.
In my world, we always say, "Hey, we're looking for people that were already looking for us." Who are you? Who's looking for you right now? Who wants to find you? Maybe they don't know it yet.
Well, I work on any and every body, and my room, I think, hopefully, kind of tells people that. However, I do specialize in 3 areas. I specialize in TMJ treatments, in migraine relief treatments, and in prenatal massage.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's in utero. I mean, it's prenatal, like when the baby's not a baby yet, or not
Yes.
not not
Yes.
born yet. I guess that's the right
Yes.
word.
Yeah.
Oh,
When
okay.
moms come in, when moms come in and are pregnant, they are able to lie face down on my table comfortably and safely.
Right.
So I have breast and belly recesses where mom can lie face down. and have her back worked on, have the hamstrings worked on and the feet, just everything really nice that way.
Wow.
So that's how I cater to prenatal massage.
So pregnant women probably need this, and
Yes.
they're
Yes,
probably.
lots of aches and pains
Oh my
and
gosh. Okay.
um, low back pain, sciatica. Baby can get stuck in different places
Right.
and push on nerves and things. Now I don't actually handle the baby itself.
Right.
No, but
So tell me a little bit about TMJ. It's a problem I've
yes.
had all my life,
Okay.
and it's called bruxing of your teeth if you're a dentist.
I'm not a dentist.
Well, okay, I'm glad that we figured that out. I had a
But thank you for asking.
I had a filling, you would say that. Sorry. Um, that was kind of funny.
That was pretty good.
We're getting better at this.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah. Um, TMJ is one of those things that, and I don't know how it comes upon you. I had a big problem with it when I was 18 to 20
Mm,
and had to have some work done and wore a thing in my mouth. And it was difficult. It was a difficult time of my life because I couldn't always open or shut my jaw.
okay.
And
Wow.
a guy worked on it and it got better. What do you make of people like me? And I'm not really stressed. I mean, I don't have anything I'm working about, but often I find myself grinding my teeth. Is that a mental condition or is that a physical condition?
That's a good
And how
question.
would you help somebody like me?
I don't know what causes it. I wish I did.
Yeah,
I think a lot of us wish that we knew what caused it and what causes that tension and that tightness and the pain,
right.
and the way that you're able to open your mouth. I've worked on several clients with TMJ, and I'm happy to see their progress. I had one client come in that was eating out of a straw because
Ooh,
they
yeah,
were unable to
right,
open their mouth.
right.
And after maybe 4 to 6 weeks of sessions with her, she was able to eat a whole strawberry for the first time in maybe 3 years.
Oh my
So
goodness.
we were celebrating that win. We thought that was a win.
And
Um,
that's something we would all take for granted. And here's a person who has to eat through a straw because of their temporomandibular joint. Did I say that the right way?
yes,
Okay,
yes.
cool. I remember.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's fascinating. But
Yes.
we don't. I mean, I don't know what I'll find myself just sitting here having a great day, and then I realize like, wow, I'm grinding my jaw away. My
Mm,
jaw is so tight, and I have to consciously like not do it.
yes, relax it.
And
Yes.
is that one of the is there a treatment beyond massage to keep it from happening again? Or I mean, it seems like I need to be hypnotized or something. I don't know the answer.
What we suggest is using massage therapy
Hmm.
as a maintenance. And I can actually teach you how to do that. So you don't need me anymore.
You
um,
work yourself out of a job.
yes, hopefully. I hope that my clients feel comfortable doing this
Yeah,
treatment themselves so that if I'm out or if I'm sick or if I'm gone or something, they can treat themselves
yeah,
and maintain that. So we do say we do prescribe just that treatment, massage therapy.
right,
I also believe it is a mental thing. And I think we have mental anguish, we have mental stress
right,
that we don't recognize and we don't realize. And so that's another way that I encourage my clients to relax. Instead of going through your grocery list during your massage, you can meditate. You can just have an ultimate relaxation experience and just relax the mind. And then massage therapy goes from being just a physical healing to also a mental one.
right. I took a couple classes on meditation and with a Bong member in Austin, Texas,
Oh,
and
neat.
it was interesting because once again I'm a hick from the sticks, and you hear about like if somebody told me about yoga, and I'm like, you mean stretching? Like that's where my brain was until my wife started doing yoga through a thing, and then I went with her, and I'm like, oh, why didn't anybody say that to
Mm,
me?
mhm.
And so I think a lot of us have a lot to learn. So TMJ is a big one. Do you see that a lot still these days?
Yes, I do. I have another client that went to the dentist, and the dentist said surgery is your only option.
Wow. Okay.
So they sent this person to Dr. Terry Bennett, a TMJ specialist in town. And Dr. Terry Bennett said, go get a massage. Go and try a different alternative than surgery.
And yeah, cutting on your body.
And this client, they no longer need surgery.
Well,
They have bypassed that.
they probably never needed it. That just was the answer of the standard medical community. Yeah, the healthcare system's neither healthy, caring, or a system.
So I work with Dr. Bennett,
Oh, that's awesome.
and we exchange clients and make sure that our clients are being taken care of by someone we trust.
I'd be interested to hear if our listeners or viewers have TMJ problems. I'd like to commiserate with them because the locking and the cracking, that's all gone from the therapy that I did. But I still find myself, I mean, right now I'm pretty relaxed. And I wish I drank or, did other things that relax you, but I just don't. And it's not that I'm opposed to it. I just don't do it.
Mhm.
Never occurred to me to start. And I know a lot of people use medical marijuana. Oh, you should use I'm like, I just never started. I don't, I'm 62. I'm going to ride the storm out.
Yeah.
I don't know, Kenneth. Should we start?
Medical marijuana?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I'm probably out on that. It grows in the ground. Broccoli grows in the ground, and broccoli has a chemical effect on your body.
I for one though am not going to be smoking broccoli.
I've tried it, but I like it better grilled.
Let's see, broccoli. Yeah, in the oven, a little bit of honey.
Honey.
I can do that. Yeah.
Okay, we just went off the rails there. I'll get back with you on
We
that
just turned back into a cooking show like it was on the other episode.
Yeah, thank you for that. What's the guy's name? Emerald? Isn't there a cooking guy named Emerald?
Oh, I forgot. No, I don't know. Anyway.
I'm out on that. Okay. Well, I am, because of my experience with TMJ, I was super excited to visit with you about it. And I hope that we can sit down over coffee one day and talk more about it, because what I don't know is much greater than what I do know. What I do know was experiential 40 years ago. And we got the clicking fixed, but what we didn't fix is and did you hear that sound? That was my jaw. All right. So I know that you collaborate with people.
Yes.
And in fact, your foundation with your friend she helped you, but you now collaborate with other professionals out in our area. So can we talk a little bit about who you're collaborating with and what it is they do, and how it works? And I think that's beautiful that you know that you have somebody that is you said he was a TMJ doctor.
Yes, Dr. Terry Bennett.
Dr.
He's a
Terry
TMJ
Bennett
specialist.
Right. And so maybe sometimes people need surgery. Maybe there's a physical complication.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and he does all types of therapies to help people with their pain.
So it's not just all stressed puppies like me. Okay, tell us about some of the other people that you're collaborating with.
Some other people I'm collaborating with, Amy Hardy at Strawberry Moon. It's an apothecary in downtown Broken Arrow.
Okay.
And she has formulated an oil that is formulated for the face. And I use that in both my TMJ and my migraine relief treatments.
Wow.
Yes. So I'm really excited to
people are fascinating. That. Like, what causes somebody, like, they're sitting in the kitchen and they just like, hey, let's whip up something that'll make your face and your TMJ feel better.
Yes.
Is she a health care provider? Is she a healer type?
She owns an apothecary.
Right.
So she has herbs, deals in herbs and things like that.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
And is there a name of what she created? What's it called?
We call it Sprite.
Okay.
And it's formulated with grapeseed oil and chamomile, so it's very calming.
Wow. Maybe I need that. I don't know.
Maybe.
Well, I'm going to find out. That's what I know is I'm going to find out. I don't know what I don't know, but I'm going to find out. Who else are you collaborating with?
Jessica Beasley at Heartland Holistics.
Okay.
I'm really excited to start offering sound baths in addition to massage therapy.
Okay, I'm learning about sound baths at Now O'Clock. What does that mean?
A sound bath is a musical concert by someone that plays crystal singing bowls.
You heard of this?
I had not heard it by the name sound baths, but I know what she means by a crystal singing bowl. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Jessica will be playing the crystal singing bowls while I provide the massage to the client. So, what a sound bath does for you is it puts you into a parasympathetic state.
Okay.
So, we've all heard of fight or flight, right?
Right.
And that's the one we don't want,
Right.
right?
Okay.
But rest and digest is our parasympathetic state. And
Hmm.
that's the state that you go into when you experience a sound bath.
Wow.
Very cool.
Okay. Can I tell you something personal? Like I have this thing that I do to relax, and I do it in my office underneath my table. That's not much different than this. And I lay there and I get myself in a comfortable spot. And there's some music that I play, and I laid and I put a little fan on me, tiny bit, and I relax really well lying
Mm,
in a floor. I don't know how I figured it out. It's I went, hey, there's a floor, let's lay on it.
mm.
But I just have this process that I go through, and it's sort of self-soothing. And I do that frequently. I'm worried that somebody's going to walk into my office and go, "You're laying under your desk." But I do
Yeah.
weekly, like I do that frequently. And the
Hmm.
music, and it may not be the same kind of music, but I'm interested to know more because I'm doing some country hick version of that. I think
Yeah, no,
that's
that's a wonderful practice.
wow. Okay, sound bath. All right, who else are you hanging out with out in the world and making a difference?
Scotty Ray Lawrence, she
Ah,
owns Magnolia Soap Company.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah, one of my favorites.
one of my favorite places to be. I went and I was able to make an exclusive signature scent for Marvelous Massage Therapy. And we are carrying it in the office so that you can take it home with you.
It's a soap or just a scent?
It is a laundry detergent
Oh, okay.
and also Epsom salts.
Really?
Yes. And I have the Epsom salts with me here.
Let's see what we've got here.
Would you like to smell?
I think I would.
I call it Cozy Log Cabin.
All right, for the record, we have Magnolia soap right here. Does this play backwards in the video or does it show up the
No,
right
that's
way?
straight.
It shows
Yeah.
up the right way? Okay.
Yeah. Correct orientation.
Ooh. They should make an edible version and sell this in double tubs. Here, take a hit on that.
Pass it around.
And it has calendula
Oh, that's nice.
flowers in it
Yeah.
as well.
Here, let me go again. I lost it. Let me try that again. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. I
Yeah,
like
so
that.
salts are nice.
Yes, and it's something that I love to carry in my office for two different reasons. Well, for many reasons, but the laundry detergent specifically, I would like to create a scent memory. I'd like for folks when they come into my office to smell the sheets that I have, the face cradles that I have that is washed in this detergent, Cozy Log Cabin. And they can take it home and use it on their blankets, on their jammies, on maybe a cozy blanket in the living room, something like that to remember being in that relaxive state.
Right. That's cool. We're having a pajama party at our house tomorrow night. I'm not kidding. Adults from the Bong. Maybe I shouldn't say that out loud.
That kinda-
Can you roll that back in post and
Yeah,
erase
I
that
think
for me?
we can,
I
yeah.
appreciate that. Okay, so when you collaborate with these people, you're like with Scotty Ray Lawrence. I mean, what a great thing. You win, she wins, your client wins because you're creating. uh, Tell me what you called it again, like a
Scent memory.
scent memory.
I like to call it scent memory. And the Epsom salts are great because I am always telling my clients, please alternate ice and heat when you go home.
Right.
Make sure that if you're in pain or have some inflammation, to go ahead and ice it. After doing that, go ahead and take an Epsom salt bath and get warm again.
I believe in Epsom salts. My brother is a pilot. He's very macho. Um, and he was having this conversation with me. Hey, you need to start Epsom salts. And I'm like, I don't know who you are, but please bring my brother back. Because we've never had a conversation like that in 62 years of my existence. And I'm like, what? Epsom salts? And he's like, dude, I'm your older brother. Try Epsom salts. And so I'm like, what do they look like? I mean, anyway, so now I am hooked on is this a salt or is this a detergent?
This is the salt. This is
Okay.
the Epsom salts. Yes.
I'm in, man. Like, I feel pretty. Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah,
Well,
you can.
I think that's really cool. I love Scotty Lawrence, and Beck just had lunch with her husband yesterday. I adore that family. and what they mean to this community is
Yes.
just spectacular.
Mhm.
And she's inspiring. Like, I don't know how to work as hard as she works, and I'm not as good as she is. And we're gonna have her on the show.
Wonderful.
And I think, like your podcast, she's gonna make a big contribution to the people who listen. Well, very cool. I like those collaborations, and I like that you do that. Let's just talk about the actual therapeutic benefits of massage therapy. Once again, it's something I didn't know about. I went to a person, said, get a massage. I went and got one. And then I started going 3 times a week. And the lady doing it was like, you don't need to come here 3 times a week. I'm like, but I like it. And for several years, I went to the same lady. And you said something that just triggered me. She had this orange stuff that she put in my hair.
Mm.
And then she moved off. And I'm like, do you have that orange stuff? Can I buy some of that? And I never got any, but I had, and it's scent memory.
Mhm.
Yeah, if I smelled it today, I would like, I'd
You would remember her.
well, yeah, and we're still friends, and I still talk to her from time to time. But yeah, I remember that orange stuff. I'd never had orange oil put in my. I must have seemed like a rube to her back. Well, probably still wouldn't seem like that. But so what are the? I mean, massage therapy. Um, Tell me about the benefits. I mean, I know there's great stuff happening with that. What are the benefits of massage
Yeah,
therapy?
absolutely. A lot of people focus on the muscles and they think, I work on muscles and I work on getting knots out and getting tension out and all this. I do. A lot of my schooling was about muscles and how they work and their
Right,
actions and the way they work with other muscles. But in reality, I'm working on the nervous system. I'm
right.
trying to relax an individual and make them feel comfortable and safe. And once I get in that place, then I can attend to muscles
Got it.
and I can attend to knots and tension. So I use different techniques to relax individuals. I use scalp massage, face massage, rubbing the feet. Really, everybody kind of has their own personal preference.
Right.
So I try to get to know my clients and know what they appreciate and what relaxes them to where I can work more fully on the muscles.
So, as a massage therapist, I know you've probably. I'm not accident prone, but I'm just not risk averse. And I've done so many dumb things that ended up breaking a bone
Mm.
here or there 20, 25 times.
Oh, goodness.
And like in one accident when I was 46, I broke both my arms and my neck at
Oh.
the same time. That was kind of awesome. And one of the things I found out, I had another injury. I snapped this arm in half and I had to wear a big thing. And, it's just part of the risk of life if you're out there running hard. And I still ride my bike. And but one of the things I noticed, and I think a lot of the listeners many will relate to this, particularly, men whose, last words were, "Hey, watch this," or "Hey, hold my beer." Um, but when I got injured, I favored the injury, and then I had to sleep different. And then and that may be where all of the jaw stuff is coming. But do you see people suffer an injury, and then that injury, after the injury is healed, is still causing suffering because their body I don't know what the right word is out of line, or
Yes.
it's got trauma? I mean,
Yeah,
walk me
absolutely.
through that, because
Hmm.
I'm, as we speak, fascinated by that.
Absolutely. I I like to use this analogy. I was once working on a hamstring, which is the back of your leg,
Right,
and it was a left hamstring.
right,
And I just
correct.
had an inkling. I just said, "Does your right jaw have a problem?" And they said, "Yes." How did you know? I could just tell. I could just tell that
Okay.
that was pulling. You could tell it was pulling on the body in a certain direction and that pain was shooting up into the jaw.
And so it's going through your spine and your neck muscles, and
Yes. So I believe definitely that when you have an injury, you overcompensate
right,
for that injury
yeah,
and your body responds
right.
negatively.
But if you don't deal with that, other parts keep on hurting, right? Yeah,
Correct.
long after my broken arms were healed, because I slept funny and got a spot in my back, and it's still there.
Right.
So injuries
Yes.
last a lot longer than the injury lasts, or they have a longer impact.
They can, yes.
Wow. Okay. You ever experience an injury like that?
No, but I also have not been a BMX bike rider, so a little bit
Yeah,
less,
there's not a
a
lot
little bit
of
less severe.
yeah.
Playing a little bit of piano or trumpet or marching band has not been quite as significant as
Yeah,
that.
I should have thought all that through. So let's talk about what your office feels like. We're in a cool room here. This feels like a podcast room.
It
Yes, it
But
does.
I
does.
think when people go to relax, the I don't know, the lights, the smell. I mean, what is it like when
Hmm.
people come to your office?
Well, as a former musician, I believe music is so important in my
Sure.
room.
Yeah.
And I think you can probably attest to that
Yeah,
if
absolutely.
that's something you do
Absolutely.
under your desk, listen to
Constantly.
music.
Yeah.
Yes, so that's really important to me. So I'm really excited about my collaboration with Jessica, offering the sound baths. I think that type of healing is the best.
Right.
I think that is the yeah, I think that's the best way to do it. But when Jessica's not there, I often play lo-fi, which is just kind of a modern, relaxing music.
I'm writing that down. It's
Yes.
nap time tomorrow. Is lo-fi a channel, or are you just calling it that's a genre?
I believe it's a genre.
Like would that be like on the spa channel?
You could find lo-fi, just type in lo-fi,
Yeah.
and you'll find a lo-fi channel.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
once again, I learned something I didn't know, which is not a very high bar, but uh, so you have a special table for pregnant women. What about non-pregnant guys?
Yes, my table is 3 inches wider than a standard table.
Okay.
It's also 9 inches longer than a standard table, and it's a lift, so it goes up and down to adjust pressure throughout the entire massage.
Got it. So when it's up closer to you, that's harder to put pressure, and you can.
I can lower it.
We live in a great country. Somebody thought of that and designed it,
The lift table.
built
Yes.
it, and now Bonnie Lynn has one
And
at her office.
and they can make it better. It's now wider and longer.
Right. Well,
Yes.
the longer part doesn't.
Well, I mean,
I mean, I have a 9-foot torso with the legs of a 3-year-old.
oh,
So like I'm built kind of funny, but I'm still only 5'8", so I should be good on a regular table. So what else about your location? Do you have those same smells in your location, like these things that Scotty makes?
Yes, I use the laundry detergent on in the laundry,
Right.
and I have the Epsom salts just available. Um, I think lighting is another important aspect.
Okay.
Um, I have 2 fireplaces in the room, and that's kind of why I coined the cozy log cabin kind of feel.
That's
That's
cool. Are they like real fire? They burn?
They're electric.
But okay,
They're
got it.
electric, yeah.
Got it.
So
How
they're
cool.
safe.
Oh, that's pretty interesting. All right. So environment, really important.
Yes, it's
Tell
important
us
to
about
me.
some of the other things that we have here today.
Yes, so the things I have here today, one is a glass vintage wig stand, and it kind of shows the inclusivity that I want to have in my office. For anyone that may have a wig or a hairpiece, they have a place to put it, or you can put your glasses on it. I also have a long stem red nose that my mother made probably about 40 years ago. I grew up as a clown. My family, they ran the International Center for Humor and Health. They ran the Caring Clown Kids and Camp Funny Bone every year for about 2 weeks out of the summer,
You grew up
teaching
with
kids how to be a clown.
Camp Funny Bone.
Yes.
That is awesome.
So it reminds
Uh,
me of my mother. It reminds me of her healing powers and the healing aspects of laughter and how important that is too.
all right, we're going to take a quick break here. I want to come back to the clown nose. My computer is telling me that it's time to say hello and thank you to our sponsors of Cashflows. Kenneth, who do you have for us today?
yeah, thanks, Cash. So today we're going to talk about CM Customs. Embark on a journey into the realm of affordable custom gifting and branded excellence with CM Customs. From custom trophies to personalized closing gifts, lake maps, drinkware, and professional branding items, we're your go-to for unmatched customization, making you the hero of every occasion. Learn more at shopcmcustoms.com.
All right. Thank you, Kenneth. I appreciate that. And thank you, CM Customs, for your sponsorship of Cashflows. I've used them. They've made T-shirts and the plaques that we use at our event. And they do, their big thing right now is name tags.
Oh,
And they're killing it on name tags. Who knew? And Katie, my wife, has one, and my daughter Sarah has a new name tag. So thank you, CM Customs, for stepping up and all that you do. Is it shopcmcustoms.com? Shopcmcustoms.com. Go give them a look and see what's going on over there. We are here today with my friend Bonnie Lyn Elizabeth Paige with Marvelous Massage Therapy, and we can find you on Facebook under Marvelous Massage Therapy, right?
yes.
Okay, we're talking about this gift, this art of healing with massage, and Bonnie Lyn works with TMJ people, and
Mhm.
and I'm probably leaving out a lot there, but um, we've been talking about her location and where she works and the ambiance of what it's like, and you describe it as a little log cabin. Is that what you said?
Yes, a cozy log
A
cabin.
cozy log cabin, and you have 2 fireplaces,
Yes.
and it smells good where you are.
I believe it does.
Yeah, if it's
Yes.
if it's anything like this. Hey, Kenneth, can you go put this in my office? I'm
Sure.
going to take another hit off of this. That's awesome.
The salts.
Yeah, that's tremendous. I want to hear a little more about uh, Camp Funny Bone.
Yeah,
I need to hear that story real quick.
of
You
course.
were your parents, they were clowns?
Yes. My mother's name was Nurse Goodbody. She had a large blonde wig and large everything.
Wow.
And then my dad was Dr. Funnybone, and I was Fiddlesticks because I played the violin while I entertained
I'm
people
writing
as
that
a
down.
clown.
So, but you dressed as a clown when you played violin?
Yes.
What an upbringing.
That's cool.
And that's what Camp Funnybone was. Camp Funnybone taught kids how to be clowns. So I went to makeup class and costume class, magic class, team building, juggling.
Can you still juggle?
I can juggle scarves.
Okay.
I never really upgraded from scarves.
Okay, to chainsaws.
No.
Torches, bowling pins.
Yeah, all of
Yeah.
the above. All right, so we talked just briefly, and I want to dig into this a little bit before we wrap up the show. We're going to talk about self-care. We'd like to hear a business nugget or a life nugget from you, some advice that you would give to somebody getting started. But I want to talk about self-care specifically, like what type of self-care do you recommend that your clients do in between sessions? Because
Mm,
I think this is this isn't something, especially that men talk about. Hey, kind of self care you doing? We don't have that discussion.
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm assuming it's healthy to do so,
I
uh,
think so.
and I'd like to know more about it. So talk to us about healthcare between the sessions of massage
Absolutely.
therapy.
Absolutely. It really depends on the client. So, for instance, my TMJ clients that come in with a TMJ disorder, I have different stretches that they can do with their jaw and resistance stretches as well. So they push up on the jaw and try to open at the same time. So that creates resistance.
Okay.
hmm So I have stretches and exercises for them to do. I also recommend foam rolling in between sessions. That's something a lot of people can do for back pain or
Right.
sciatica.
Got it.
A trigger point ball. So those are small balls that have little spikes on them,
hmm
and I suggest that for the feet, for rolling out the feet.
Okay.
Or
So you just roll your feet back and forth over it.
yeah.
Wow.
Is the diameter of that important as well on those rollers?
It depends on what you're looking to use them for. So you can also use them for the tops of the shoulder.
Hmm.
You place it on the top of the shoulder and then you bend over and push into a doorway.
Oh, okay.
And that creates compression on the top of the shoulder on your supraspinatus, where a lot of people have a lot
Supraspinatus. That
of
is awesome.
tension. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that up here?
Your upper traps. Yeah.
Yeah. My
Uh,
upper traps. My bear traps.
Yeah, bear traps. All right. Yeah. Welcome to the gun show.
Yes.
Okay. So anything else? What about diet related things that help with these problems? Is there anything that you suggest for people, Or is that just not related?
That is out of my scope of practice.
Okay.
But I can send people to people that I may think would be helpful for them if they're interested.
These are the collaborations that you have out in the community.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
you're not just a healer, you're a resource for other people.
I like to think of myself as that. Yes. I
That's
like
cool.
to think that if I can't handle it, I can find someone that can help you.
Right.
Right. Even if it's another massage therapist.
I mean, how beautiful is that you collaborate in that way? Okay. Any plans for 2024? Anything big coming your direction?
Just the collaborations I have and what I'm doing. I would love to share. Did I share the Vincent van Gogh quote with you?
You have not, but it's on
I
my list. I'd like to hear the Vincent van Gogh
Okay.
quote that we were going to start with. And let's do this. I want to hear your nugget that you would give for business, and then I want to do the Van Gogh quotes.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Okay.
All right. All you.
Okay. Nuggets for business.
Yeah. One nugget, two nuggets, a whole order of nuggets, however you want to do it. And maybe you're directing this towards somebody new in your industry or new in any industry, because I think what's good for one might be good for the other.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think working together and collaborating is really important. Knowing people in the community and trying to find people that kind of coincide with how you work. I think that's really important to do to help each other out.
Right.
I think B.O.N.G does a great job of that.
I
I
do
think
too.
B.O.N.G is a great resource for people
Yeah.
to find people that can help you and people that can further your business.
Yeah. We call that find your tribe. And
Yeah.
in
Mhm.
some way you find people who think and believe the way you do or have the same goals or ambitions. I don't know what the right word is there, but that people that you connect with,
Mhm.
and it's okay to share your toys with them. So very
Yes.
cool. All right, let's hear from Vincent van Gogh.
Yes. So the Vincent van Gogh quote is, "I feel there is nothing more artistic than loving people."
Wow.
And honestly, that was my nugget of advice.
Right.
That is,
That's beautiful.
I think it's a beautiful quote from him, and I think all massage therapists can identify with that.
Right.
hmm
So say it one more time. I want to hear it once more.
I feel there is nothing more artistic than loving people.
That's beautiful. It's simple.
That's good.
Did you have another Vincent van Gogh quote that we were going to start with?
Just that one.
Just that one. Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
So Anne Bundrick reminds me of that quote in
All right.
her Art of Presence.
So Anne Bundrick, wherever you are, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for your she made a great contribution to you. And
She sure did.
she still practices?
Yes, she does.
Where is she these days?
She's in Edmond, Oklahoma.
Man, oh man, where I graduated from college. Very cool. And does she know what you've become?
I think some people have talked to her. I need to reach out to her myself.
I mean, what a testimony.
hmm
Like she's doing the thing, and now you're spreading. I mean, man, that's you have when and so to that degree, she's a teacher,
She is a teacher.
and a teacher never knows how far their influence will go. My first grade teacher, Mrs. Green, taught me to read, demanded that I read, came to my house in weird circumstances, and threatened to punch my dad in the neck, and she was about 4 feet tall, and made sure that I learned to read. And I can tell you that a teacher, when they pour into a student, man, that's forever.
Mm.
And I couldn't be more thankful. What a great thing to end on. And I thank you for being here, Bonnie Lyn.
Thank you so much.
We are with Bonnie Lyn Elizabeth Paige, the owner of Marvelous Massage Therapy on Facebook. And we've had a great conversation today. And Kenneth, you want to wrap this one up?
Yeah, let's do it.
Are we ready to just
Absolutely.
do the next thing? All right. Well, so first I want to say thank you to everybody who's watching this today, and friends of Bonnie Lyn Paige. Man, we are glad you're here, and I know you all are as proud of her as we are for getting to know her a little bit better today. And if you're watching our show and, man, you'd love to share this with somebody, some of your friends, great. If you don't like our show, why are you here? I mean, that would be a curiosity to me, but maybe share our show with somebody that you don't like. And on a more serious note, man, be nice to each other. Love on each other. And today, a great thing you could do would be to find somebody that does not deserve forgiveness and forgive them anyway. And that's our message here from Cashflows today. We're going to sign it off and call it a night. Kenneth, I appreciate you. Bonnie Lyn, you were amazing and wonderful as I suspected you were. You were marvelous. You all have a great night.
That's our show for today. Stay tuned for another riveting edition of Cashflows.